It's so funny how
Can I crawl?
memory works sometimes. You just like...
Nope.
The shock to the system of you remembering something that you thought was important at the time and just...
Like remembering that we went to go see Planet of the Apes 2.
Don't you fucking start this shit again. Because then I'm going to tell you that you saw the Lego movie and we're going to start screaming at each other again.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to tell you how you're a child for not enjoying, you know, garlic or onions unless they're in powdered form. You want to start that? Is that what we want to do right now? As you eat your sandwich? See, yeah, I didn't think so. So yeah, all 5 people in the audience, now you know Colin's deep, dark secret. He likes Italians, but can't stomach garlic.
I blend it up.
You get more flavor out of it.
That's not true in the slightest.
Prove it, nerd.
I can. I've eaten them both, and just one is better than the other, and it's called when you just eat the ingredient. This guy loves The Sopranos, but they would absolutely, like, you know...
I enjoy the show. I wouldn't want to hang out with those psychopaths.
Alright, that's fair. I'll give you that. I will absolutely give you that part. I'm sorry. I'll take back what I said. But, the point still stands. I know you're not happy about this fact. And he just farted in my direction.
No, I couldn't fart.
He shit his pants.
I farted. Yeah, I should.
He shipped his pants through UPS.
You could shit my pants?
Why?
You pee your pants.
What was it? It was like TJ Maxx, or was it Kohl's that was like, you could ship your pants? I just shipped my pants.
I just shipped my pants. Yeah.
That was such a great commercial.
Oh, that's Staples commercial.
No, that was Kmart.
Kmart? Oh, Kmart. Yeah, it was.
That was one of the best commercials I've ever
I
seen.
had a guy from Superstore also. I don't know if you guys ever saw that one, but one of the characters from Superstore was
I'm gonna confirm that what it was.
One of the best.
I think you were right. I think it was Kmart.
One of the best commercials I've ever seen was
Kmart. Yep.
It was this. It was a GoDaddy commercial, and I don't remember which Super Bowl it was. I think it was like 2 years ago or something. 2 or 3 years ago, they had this Super Bowl commercial for GoDaddy. It was the funniest fucking thing ever.
Alright, so memorable Super Bowl commercials that you remember what got you. For me, one of them was I was at the team hockey house back in college, and it was that one Roku commercial that it pretended the broadcast like went back live, and then it went to Roku City, and was like someone was like changing the channel to a streaming service.
And then people got so pissed. Yeah, I heard about that.
Everyone in the fucking house starts screaming at the guy with the remote, like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm not doing it. I swear, it's the remote." It was hook, line, and sinker got us, and I gotta give credit where credit's due. Like, that was really creative. Another one was with what's his name? David Harper, who had the Tide ad. Who just show up in different commercials and be like, "Nope, it's a Tide ad."
Oh, that's like when Charlie Day was in like popping up in the Tide ads like throughout the different commercials, so you couldn't tell if it was gonna be a Bud Light ad or if it was gonna be a Tide Pod ad.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Yeah, Charlie Days I guess came afterwards, but it was still equally as funny. With like David Harper is the Stranger Things guy, right?
He's a Stranger Things guy.
Yeah. He was Nope, it's a Tide ad. I tell you what though, this last Super Bowl probably had the worst crop of commercials I've ever seen. Not a single one was memorable.
Oh no. Actually, yeah, you're...
And the game was equally as maddening. Because like I had no stake in the game besides the fact that all my teammates had money on it and really didn't want Kansas City to win. And then they did, and everyone was mad.
Yeah.
But that's a beaten down horse. The only thing I'm concerned about is making sure that the Chiefs don't win a third in a row, so they're not the first dynasty since the New York Islanders in pro sports.
Oh jeez.
Because that's the last thing the Islanders have to hold on to.
Wait, of a three-peat?
Oh yeah, no, not a three-peat.
Four-peat.
Four-peat. But point being, still, like, it makes them closer, and that makes me uncomfortable.
I mean, there's been a couple of three-peats.
Well, yeah, the Bulls.
The Lakers.
Did the Lakers three-peat?
The Lakers three-peated.
Okay, but still, nobody's four-peated.
No one's ever four-peated.
And still, point being with the Islanders, like they were on the verge of 5-peating. Like they got to the finals in the 5th year and only lost to Gretzky, like the greatest player in any sport compared to their sport.
Yeah.
And even then, the league absolutely like rigged it against them because they had like the home ice advantage changed so that the Islanders couldn't play at the Coliseum until games 5, 6, and 7.
What?
The Nassau Coliseum was such an intimidating place to play that like teams never won at the Coliseum in the finals. So that by the time the Islanders got ready to 5-peat, the league changed for scheduling issues. That the first 4 games of the series would all be in Edmonton.
That's ridiculous.
Or it would be games 1, 2, 3 are all in Edmonton. Game 4 on the island, which the Islanders then won, and then Game 5 back in Edmonton.
That's so dumb.
And the Islanders lost 5 because they kept losing on the road. Where it's like, okay, clearly the league was so fucking sick of like one team being dominant for half a decade. They needed the hot new thing to get his feet under him.
And that thing happened to be the greatest hockey player ever.
Again, I'll never discredit Gretzky for being the greatest ever, because in most sports there is a GOAT debate. Gretzky was so goddamn good at his sport, there is no GOAT debate in hockey. The only thing people have to bring up is well, if Mario Lemieux didn't have back surgery and cancer, he probably would have equaled him. But it's not. It's entirely a what if, not if well, when you look at their careers.
Was he the one who got his face bashed?
No.
The other Lemieux.
Claude Lemieux was a player for the Avalanche who smashed in a player of the Red Wings' face, which started a 7-year blood feud of 2 teams that wanted each other dead every night they faced off.
Yeah.
Again, for anyone who's listening who has any interest in sports whatsoever, even if you don't care about hockey,
we hate you.
Watch ESPN 60 30 for 30 on ESPN 60 30 for 30 Unrivaled Red Wings Avalanche. It's
fuck off and a half.
Like everything in life, the game of hockey peaked in the 90s.
I peaked in the 90s.
Yeah, right. You're born in 97. It was all downhill from there.
Also, if you're checking out stuff from that era, you can also feel free to check out the Netflix documentary Malice, which goes into the details of the Malice in the Palace.
Also,
in which everybody, the lawyers, the cops, the coaches, the refs, the players, are all like, yeah, no, it was the fans' fault. And then the fans are like, those thugs attacked us. Despite all the video evidence of the fans attacking them and throwing shit. The only 2 people who get away with what happened scot-free is, one, the guy who went up to Ron Artest, their point guard, and the guy who went up to him and said, you can go get your foul now. That if he never said that to him, that's not happening. Second of all, the guy who throws the beer that hits, was it Ron Artest, right?
I believe so, yeah.
The beer that hits Ron Artest.
Fuck, where did that come from?
They run up and punch the wrong guy. You can see him hiding behind the guy who gets punched. The guy who gets punched is not the one who threw it.
Oh! This is another case of hockey did it first and maybe better, because the fact that in the 70s, the Boston Bruins, even with ice boards and glass, climbed over the stands to attack fans who were throwing stuff at them. Mike Milbury of the Boston Bruins ran up, threw a fan down, ripped off his shoe, and started beating the fan with his own shoe at Madison Square Garden. And this was so hilarious to Islander fans that Mike Milbury was named general manager of the Islanders 15 years later, despite being the worst manager in all of professional sports. It gave him enough goodwill to not be hated for long enough that well, he sucks at his job, but he did beat the ever-loving shit out of a Ranger fan.
Nice.
Dude, was it with you that we were on the train going home, and there was it was like a Rangers Island. I might have been alone, but I feel like it was with you. We were on a train going home from a Rangers Islanders game, and there were 2 fat guys fighting, and then one of them ran off. They got pushed off the train, and then the door closed. Were you there for that or no?
You were by yourself for that because, unfortunately, because of my own hockey obligations, I've not been home for a Rangers Islander game in forever.
This was forever ago.
But that's the last time I think I went to an Islanders Ranger game was Shit, I think it was the first ever Islanders Ranger game in Brooklyn when they briefly played at the Barclays Center. I got quoted by a newspaper, and I appeared in the article. Like the Islanders won in a shootout, and I like told like the reporter like, you know, it feels really good to beat them in the first time around. So every time like people look back on like this weird obscure fact of history, they'll know that the Islanders won, and that got quoted in the paper.
What should we upgrade, boys?
Health.
Health right off the bat. I got 2 nodes, so we can do health right now.
Oh yeah, health and
That increases my
size
health.
of your wiener.
That's oxygen.
Oh
That's
yeah, oxygen.
stasis.
Do oxygen.
Size.
Oh no, stasis duration.
Oh, that's how big the
duration.
stasis is. Stasis duration. We don't have a stasis duration
Yes,
node
you
yet.
do it down.
Oh, duration. Okay.
Yeah.
What about with the plasma cutter? Because we also like we can increase
Oh, and
damage.
put the damage
ammo.
Yeah, go up with the damage on that.
Yeah.
What's this guy? Reload time.
Reload time.
Oh, nice. Let's go damage. Yeah. So we'll go some HP and some damage with the upgrades.
Cool.
It said we can actually, if we're crazy enough, if like I guess later on down the line, if we want to fuck around and change things up, we can actually reset with
We can
credits.
fuck things?
Yeah.
You just said we can fuck things?
Yeah.
No, you heard him?
I heard what he said. It was ridiculous.
What does that say? To what is to survive?
Violins are cool.
To
join
what?
is to survive.
That was way off.
You guys can't read for shit.
I'm sorry, it was scribbling blood.
Okay, we can do one more upgrade.
Or you could save them.
We're early enough in game where we can just go ahead and kind of spend them.
Let's do the stasis duration then.
Stasis duration?
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Oh, we got to get air first, and then we can do stasis
Oh
duration.
yes, do air.
Okay. That gives us... We have 70 seconds of oxygen, I guess, in the outer space. Air? You sure?
Yeah,
I feel like we're not going to need that till later.
air. Better to have it now than later. Than need to buy it later.
Breathe.
I guess.
Breathe in the air.
Oh my god, he actually did it. I can't believe he did it.
That's fine.
Speaking of hockey, basketball, 90s, my biggest hot take is that without Jordan, hockey would have taken over as a more popular sport in the 90s than basketball.
We still had Hakeem Olajuwon.
Based on the cultural zeitgeist of the time, magazines like Sports Illustrated were saying about like 1994, like hockey was bigger than basketball, and then suddenly like Jordan just absolutely becomes the cult of personality, like he is even more so than he already was. Absolutely steals the thunder out from a booming NHL.
Yeah, well, that's probably when he came back.
That's what I mean when he came back.
Yeah,
like,
94, 95, 95, 96, 96, 97. I think that's when.
yeah.
Oh, right behind me!
97, 98, the Spurs won.
If it wasn't for that, hockey would have become bigger in the United States than basketball, if not permanently, at least for a while.
At least for 6 days.
At least until the
That's
NHL
nice.
locked itself out and lost an entire fucking season in 2004-05.
I mean, the NBA had a lockout season.
Did it lose the entire season?
No, I think they played like 30 games and
It's
they were like, no.
See, the point being, though, there was still something that happened. The NHL went in lockout at the end of 2003, 2004, and then the strike lasted for over a fucking year, to the point... So the sticking point was that the players were like, no salary cap, our wages are all going up, and the owners were like, salary cap, save us from our own bullshit.
Okay, so in 1995, the lockout lasted. The NBA lockout lasted 3 months before the 1995-96 season.
No games were lost.
1996, the lockout lasted a couple of hours before the 1996-97 season. In 1998-1999, the lockout lasted over 6 months and forced the 1998-1999 season to be shortened to 50 games per team. The All-Star Game was also canceled. The lockout began after the first 3 months of the season, so play started in February. And in 2011, the lockout lasted 161 days, beginning on July 1st, 2011, and ending December 8th, 2011. It forced the 2011-2012 season to be shortened to 66 games per team.
System restart complete.
So off the top of my head, I remember the NHL has went through 3 lockouts. The first one was in 94-95, which cut off half the season. So they played a half season. 2004, 2005 was so devastating because the entire season was lost, and they that shit was continuing up until leading up to the summer of the next season, which was threatening to even cancel games into the next season.
Gee, what was going on?
It was the salary cap issue because hockey salaries were
High
trending along
disturbancies.
with basketball, going around the same pace,
Yeah.
and the owners were like, no.
Which is crazy because they're putting their bodies in the most danger.
Absolutely, they're both 82 games, and no one could ever tell me that a basketball player goes through more abuse than a hockey player. Even if you're a diehard basketball fan, you have to admit that a hockey player faces more abuse through a full season. But okay, Colin showed me a green text.
Complete.
The green text room.
Yeah, read it.
Thumbnail is a picture of Donald Trump with a very contorted face. Be me. Hate my flatmates. One guy always walks around shirtless in this heat. Annoys me very much. Decided to make him feel very uncomfortable, so he stops doing it. Next time, walked up to him and gave him compliments, touched his belly and arms, and moaned quietly, like male porn stars at orgasms. Thought it was uncomfortable enough. Next day, he walks around shirtless with even shorter pants and greets me very friendly. My fucking face when he actually liked it and won't stop anymore. What should I do? I hate him. The response being, he's seeing through your bluff. Gotta go all the way and suck his cock next time to make him really uncomfortable.
Big twist is that it's the roommate replying.
Thank you for derailing me from this sports talk. with
Amazing.
Yeah,
quality,
I was hoping you'd
quality
shut the fuck
content.
up soon.